Have you ever checked your credit score and wondered why it suddenly dropped? What if I told you that a single late payment could cost you more than 100 credit score points and potentially thousands of dollars in extra interest over time? Most people think a late payment is permanent. They believe once it appears on their credit report, there's nothing they can do except wait 7 years for it to disappear. But that's not entirely true. There are legal and legitimate ways that may help remove certain late payments from your credit report. And today, I'm going to walk you through exactly how it works. Welcome back to the channel. If you're interested in improving your credit, managing your money smarter, and building long-term wealth, make sure you stay until the end because the final tip is one that most people completely ignore. Let's get started. First, let's talk about why late payments matter so much. Your payment history is the most important factor in your credit score. In fact, it makes up about 35% of your overall score. That means lenders care more about whether you pay your bills on time than almost anything else. When you miss a payment, your lender may report it to the 3 major credit bureaus: Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. Once that happens, your score can drop significantly. For people with excellent credit, the damage can be even worse because they have farther to fall. A single late payment can make it harder to qualify for loans, credit cards, apartments, and sometimes even certain jobs. It can also increase the interest rates you pay, which means borrowing money becomes more expensive. But here's the good news. You may not have to wait 7 years for the late payment to disappear. Let's go over the first method. Method number 1, the Goodwill Letter. A Goodwill Letter is exactly what it sounds like. You write a polite letter directly to your lender and ask them to remove the late payment as a gesture of goodwill. This works best if you've generally been a responsible customer and the late payment was a one-time mistake. Maybe you forgot a payment during a busy month. Maybe you changed banks and missed an automatic payment. Or maybe you experienced a temporary hardship that has since been resolved. In your letter, explain what happened, accept responsibility, and politely request that the lender consider removing the late mark. The key is to be respectful and honest. Don't demand anything. Don't blame the lender. Simply explain your situation and ask. Many people are surprised to learn that lenders sometimes agree. Now, let's move on to method number 2. Method number 2, dispute inaccurate information. This method is extremely powerful because it's backed by federal law. If a late payment reported on your credit report is incorrect, you have the right to dispute it. Maybe the payment wasn't actually late. Maybe the date is wrong. Maybe the account information doesn't match your records. In situations like these, you should obtain a copy of your credit report and review every detail carefully. If you find an error, file a dispute with the credit bureau reporting the information. Once your dispute is submitted, the bureau must investigate. If the lender cannot verify the information, the inaccurate item may be removed. That's why checking your credit report regularly is so important. You'd be surprised how many reporting errors exist. Now, let's discuss method number 3. Method number 3, pay for delete. This strategy usually applies to collection accounts. If a debt has been sent to collections, you can contact the collection agency and ask whether they are willing to remove the collection account in exchange for payment. If they agree, always get the agreement in writing before sending any money. This step is extremely important. Without written confirmation, you have no proof of the agreement. After the payment is completed, monitor your credit report to ensure the account is updated as promised. Now let's talk about 3 mistakes you should avoid. Mistake number 1, paying expensive credit repair companies thousands of dollars. Many companies charge huge fees for actions you can often do yourself. Before paying anyone, learn your options and understand your rights. Mistake number 2, ignoring the late payment and hoping it disappears. Unfortunately, that strategy rarely works. Taking action gives you a much better chance of improving your credit sooner. Mistake number 3, disputing information that is completely accurate. If the information is correct, filing disputes repeatedly usually won't help. Instead, focus on Goodwill Letters and improving your future payment history. Let's do a quick recap. If you made a genuine mistake and have otherwise been a good customer, try a Goodwill letter. If the information is inaccurate, file a dispute. If you're dealing with a collection account, consider asking for a pay-for-delete agreement. Remember, improving your credit isn't about finding shortcuts. It's about understanding the system, using your rights wisely, and building better financial habits over time. Start with the Goodwill letter first, because it's simple, free, and surprisingly effective. If you found this video helpful, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Next week, we're covering how to build a credit score from zero, even if you've never had a credit card before. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.